Hello and welcome back. I'm Bebo Joe and this is Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Season X, Episode 54. Check out the playlist if you want, and a summary is coming up very soon. But I would like to continue exactly where we left off last time, which is this harbor needs to be built so we can actually export, and I think there's a high chance of actually using the exports that we can produce here for some dollars instead of rubles, because it looks like we're doing okay on the rubles now. The other thing, more important, getting the city planned and built at least in a way that can be completed maybe even in the middle of winter, because again, as long as we get the heating plant set up, done, and all the other utilities going, I'm not terribly worried about this. And then there are several nitpicky emergency and repair setups that are completely broken in the whole republic, and they just have to be fixed, hopefully today. Am I worried about my happiness at 71%? No, still not really. Let's look at this. Starving, 700 people, that's a little more than I would like, but okay. Crime, yeah. Drink alcohol, yeah, minus 10% for 1,000 in the last day or so. It's not great, should probably investigate, but I think it is all reasonable enough for right now that I don't think I have to do too much with that or not. Construction office, would you mind sending your friends over here that these things can get done, and we're going to send you home with control and H, so that is not going to cause any issues. And let's move on, because winter is almost here, and that means winter is almost here. that's all that means. These all have to be turned into asphalt roads, obviously, because it's a city, it's a town, it's a village. So let's make that happen. Good. Let's pick the residential building we want to handle here. And which ones have we used so far? We have effectively these prefab type 75. Does it actually tell us that? Yes. Type 75. Then we have these just normal flats with 180 people in it. Okay, and then we have these scrunchy flats with 62 people in it. Okay, we still would like about 2,000 people in this area. So let's see what we have available that's reasonable. We have these. We have our super flats that are very, very capable of producing whatever we want, but they are not... I don't love the color on these. I need to check something, because I'm pretty sure we have them used somewhere in some areas over here, for example. Yes, we can change the color and skin. If there's a color and skin in here, and this is a mod that I have listed in my collection, it's it adds a lot of skins to vanilla buildings. The yellow ones, okay, I can go with those. The orange one, yes, I kind of like the orange. I think this is the standard, and a little bit of green, yellow on the outside. Yeah, I like the orange. I think we make the orange town. Yes, let's make an orange town. That sounds great. What was this? What was this? It looked like there was a bunch of trash somewhere on a storage. Hopefully I just misread that somehow. Yeah, I must have misread it, because everything looks fine. Okay, moving on. Yeah, we're gonna get the super flats in here just to make my life relatively easy, and someone probably a little frustrated, but that's okay. These guys, yes, they have, let's call it 150. Should you just do the bigger ones then, if you just want to go 150 anyways? Excellent question. 96 versus 93. No, I like the 96. Better quality of flats. So let's call this 150 just to make our life a little easier and start plopping them down. So this is 150. Obviously, math is hard. 150, 300. Let's run with the road here. I think Lee would be proud of me. Now we're at 600, and then here we will be at... No, do it this way, and it should turn green just at the right time. And there you go. Now we're at 600, 750, and there's a little bit of room here. You could utilize that with something that is not this building, but who are we kidding? I would like more than that. So now we're at 900, and then we're full. Probably monument, or maybe even sport, or something like that. So already 900. That is half full. Okay, keep that in mind when you build the rest here. Rail spotters, or train spotters, obviously. Best spot over here. We are now at 1200. What comes after 1200? After 1200 comes 1500. Okay, these buildings are too big. or you're building too wide. Pick one. They're too big. I like them. I like the skins. I like the layout down here, but I would like this village to be uniform in the building that we pick, and that one's just too big. So let's move on to something else. This is the one that we're using up north, so not great. 87 quality of flats is not awful. This one I don't think is terrible. I don't even care if we have skins for that. Yeah, 87 and 65 workers. That should give us what we want because these are nice and small, but big enough to do the things that we expect it to do. So, what did we say? 65. Let's call it 60. I know, I round up and down just how I feel like it, right? Yes, I do. Totally. Absolutely. Can we combine these? Do you like to be combined? Do we have to combine them? How does it look if they're combined? It doesn't look ugly. That's how it looks. Well, with that in mind, I think we're going to do this. And what is this? Is 180. Okay. Take a picture of that. Take a clone of that. And see what we can accomplish with our newfound friend here. Because now we just have a bunch of straight lines to fill in effectively. And hopefully they look semi-reasonable when we're done with them. So, what do we say? 180. It didn't do the last one. That's totally fine. You don't have to do the last one. And you can also probably fit one more in there, and then you should be able to fit one more in here if you really try. Or add, you know, use the actual building that needs to be placed there. That should be fine. This one, this one, this one. It is important. Is it important? No, it's not that important. But I would like to make it important that they all face the same way. I don't actually want to flip them or do anything else funny with them. Because it may look better at the end. What do we have here now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 6 is 300 plus 180. We're at 480. Wonderful. I do think that we should be able to fit at least one of these things in a clone on this side. Let's just rotate you around and see if we can build a nice little wall over on this side. The way that it clicked when I put all the buildings down sound a little wild, but I think, what is that? This is another 4 buildings, probably. So 4 times 6 is 240. We were at 480. No. Just count the buildings, and then you just say times 10, and then you know that you have 650 people. Okay, good idea. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 650 plus 130 is 780. Yeah, we're about halfway there. That is perfect. This, yes, please. You have to turn it around. There's no useful reason to have this long of a building chain looking away from where they have to walk, and there will only be one place that they will actually get to walk to, so you have to do this semi-appropriately. I would like to fit a couple more buildings here, because I will take out probably this building, so that this footpath is a little shorter, and then potentially a building on this side. So honestly, yeah, keep cloning here. What do we have? 1, I always have to count. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Can we do the same thing on this side? Yes, probably. So we had 650 with that route that we had over there. So with these 2 extras, the clicking in the background is just like when they place the buildings, a little wild. We're now at least 1300. Wonderful. I think we're still a little bit on the big side, but it's not the end of the world, because yeah, 1300 gets us closer to 2000. We have trains over here supposed to run. I think I will add some... I want to see how this looks when we're done. I think I will add a bus station too, just so I don't have to go completely bananas. But there you go. We have all these buildings here. Do I like any of that? This part is completely out of it. And I think what it really just translates to is, yes, you can have some high density buildings. That is fine. You can probably add another round out here if you want to, but then build some nicer buildings, just even the smaller ones. All you really care about is that they have nice enough residential looks, and then you should be fine. I think that is a good enough idea, especially with what I need out of this this whole area. So Let's try this again. Definitely have to turn you around. We could just run you here and say that's the end of town. I don't love that. I actually like this a lot, so we're going to try that again. Maybe kind of plot you here. It doesn't want to build there. Okay, it doesn't want to build there. I think we can find a couple residential building, well, the same residential building that will let us play just a little bit. 1, 2, and then this one may just not happen. I think a problem is maybe the road, but let's say we are now at 1,300 people and a lot of space in between. We can probably find a building in here. What do we have? We have this one. It's a little bigger, but we don't actually need bigger, but we could have bigger to just effectively build around the circle, but I don't love that either. Kind of want to put an attraction in here, just something cool attraction-wise that we let passengers come back to the city here, that they can get that attraction taken care of. It's actually a stupid idea, because if I want the public transit to work, then one of the main things of public transit to have it work is to make sure that all the things that a passenger could possibly look for are in the same area. If you don't have that, you will not have fun. Down to 70%. Okay, alcohol addiction went down by over 20%, so that is good. Crime is high-ish. Praying church, that's fine. Starving is not great, and I kind of want to figure out where that is happening. Maybe I just have to look really quick if it's happening in one of my major cities. This one looks okay, and it's not overloaded. This one also looks okay, and it's not overloaded, so we're going to leave that one as is. The other stores here. You seem to have more problem with the food, but you are able to pull in your food, as in we don't have shoppers in front of the store. So that one should not be the problem child. How's over here? That one also has food. Who's starving? Who is starving indeed? It has to be a couple people in Utopia that are not making it on the tram when they're supposed to. So let's just blame them, because Beeble Joe's perfect. Good. Glad we established that. Moving down here. So where are we now? We're at about 1,300 people and a couple squashed ones. Okay. Let's find some buildings that we want to flow in here. Oh, yes. Yes, give me the smaller ones. 83%. That is totally fine. Why do they have different costs? They have same water tank and heat tank requirements, which is totally cool. Let's do this. You go next to the heater, you go next to the heater, and you go next to the heater. This just translates to 120, so that should be good. And then we probably just have another 2 sitting here. That doesn't translate to that much, and then 2 more out here. We have to turn my my viewpoint around, and then the city itself can have a lot of greenery. We can actually do a little bit of detailing and those things here. We'll see how terrible I can be at putting that into action, but I like the idea. I like the idea of giving these guys a lot of detailing options and activities, so we'll see how that plays out. Yes, main roads, always asphalt them. Honestly, all the roads in the city can be asphalted. Not terribly worried about any of that stuff. You guys can just come through, do all your thing, and then while we're doing all the roads, so we may as well make that one also happen. Cool. You forgot one road. Okay, well, we'll just do this one, and then the vehicles that are still on here, they should be able to just come home however they feel like it. I think they're just actually teleporting home when they realize that they can't get all the way back. You. Home. Good job. Proud of you. Cool. So, all of that figured out. All of that set up. Do you just want to do like a residential area here, or what is your real plan? I don't have a full plan for that yet. I still want to put an attraction here that I just maybe want to turn off and not actually use. That is an option. It's not very productive, but it's totally a thing that we could plop here. There's a bistro that we can just throw in here that we can just turn off. I don't hate that idea because I like this building. We're going to do that. Yeah, we're just going to turn it off. There's not going to be any food here, and that should keep people away from actually doing something silly here. So that feels good enough. We clearly need our residential things, which is a hospital. Is it this one that I want or this one that I want? This is the mod. The mod is better, but we're going to stick with the small clinic. Hopefully it won't let us down and life will go on. So plop you down here. Sure. It's mostly in range of everything, and then you can drive to the other few places where you have to drive to. We do need a police station. Okay. Just a small one. Don't go crazy. And this one has to be close to where the emergencies will be, and maybe cover. There are no workers here. It doesn't matter where the police station is. The fire station is the one that you actually have to place somewhere where you cover most of the harbor that you already planned on. That's true. Okay, we're going to do that right now. We do need a couple kindergartens. Nothing big because none of these buildings are very big. So we plop one in the middle there and one in the middle here. We can attach a playground or something else to it later when we feel like it, but that should be fine. So where are we now approximately? That building is way offset. I really, really don't like how offset that was. That was ridiculous. Clone you, talk to you, see if we can make that better a little bit. Thank you, autosave. Needed that. Yeah, that's at least the footprints are kind of aligned, and we're just going to assume that there are no windows on the, you know, the touching sides. The architects will totally figure that out because I told them how I want this to look. They're just going to make it look great. Okay, moving down here. So we have these buildings. So we just want to continue plopping down a few of those, or do we want to do anything else? This one looks very different, but I like the size of it. Yes, I do like the size of it a lot. So what we're going to do is just this one. So you have 3 different buildings down this town. This is Fancy Town. Fancy Pants Town. Well, too bad. That one is good, and 1, 2, no, don't start counting your angles. You will just go bananas. Put one there, put one there-ish. You could just start splitting the difference and have one in the middle and then one in the middle again. Do that. I think that will look better. For that, you actually have to go up here, and then you have to explain what you're trying to do at a good angle. Okay, I will try to tell what I'm trying to do here. I don't have to fill in the back. We don't need that many workers here. Again, we just need about 2,000, and that's really all we have room for. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in the edges. One here, and then I'm going to do T to just flip you. One here. They don't have to be perfectly aligned. That's fine. And I'm going to press R here. And this is approximately the middle of everything. This thing is not in the middle, and it's going to bother the heck out of you. So either do it right or don't do it at all. Yes, Mom. This, even though the road is not middle, the rest is relatively middled, so that's fine. Cool. And now just fill in the gaps. This is approximately middled. Okay. This, I will press T. I'll press R. That's approximately middled again. And then just fill in the gaps in between and hopefully get an angle that you don't completely hate. And then it will look just fine. Are there better methods to get to this point? Yeah, totally. That's fine. I don't care. I just wanted to have a couple buildings here that may look cool when we're done with them around that half circle there. So we're done with that. And now let's just finish up the rest with these small flats that we already had. Just a couple extra buildings on the side of the road so they don't look completely empty. There's one and there's one. And the construction office, will you be an approximate walking distance of the thing that we want to do here? Instead of using this thing, and honestly, I will probably just use a bus that drives up there if I really absolutely need that thing to work. And the bus station that you talked about earlier at the beginning of the episode, are you still going to do that? Yeah. I was also considering something here. Will we ever need to send a train out in time? I'm going to pause this. No, I don't need to pause it. In time to make it within the hour window, and then... Sorry. I sent the first train out, and then make it here. And it's going to take a certain amount of time to get from here to here, and then they park here. Once a train is finally here, they have to load, and then they have to make it all the way back here, past the signal to unlock this train to actually get into the station. My curiosity was, at any point, Do I need to send a train out before it has left the station? And in my mind, the answer to that question was a very simple absolutely. There's no way. And I would like to build this so that it actually kind of touches the end station right there. So yeah, this is fine. And I was just like, yes, totally. I don't think there's a way around that. So give myself enough wiggle room here, and maybe I have to just do it this way, this way, this way. Let's see, if I take you out, go on this side, what is the appropriate angle to get in here? That looks good. And then I would love it if you could just snap to this thing. You don't have enough room for a signal now. That's exactly right. That's why I keep people around. There's enough room here. I just have to make sure I pick the correct place where this actually has to happen, or I'm going to make a full crossing. What are you going to do here? No, you just have to pick which side you want to send one on. And you could do this like this, where you just have two exits. I don't think the distribution office is smart enough. The end station is smart enough to pick which exit you want to use. You should have used this as an exit, because then you would have had a lot more room here to do the thing that you want to do right now. Thinking about what I want to do right now, I would consider just undoing what I've already done. Okay, F4. No, you're doing it wrong. That's also wrong. That's definitely wrong. I would like to just... Oh. I know I saw it for like a second. Okay, you could go in here. That could work if there's room for one signal. There's no room for one signal. Again, this is all related to... Yeah, and I think we're just going to undo a little bit of this rail, make you come in on that side, now we can come over there. Is that really necessary? You don't actually need this much rail length to connect anything here. So you could also do this, that you kind of sneak into there. You pretend that this is your original plan all along, and all you need is just another connection here, which now resembles a diamond crossing that's a little bit expanded. Honestly, not terrible. I can definitely put a signal there. I can absolutely put signals here, and that should take care of the conundrum of trains maybe wanting to run inappropriately when things are trying to be happening. Get this connection in. Wonderful. Expand all of this and make sure that all of this can be built. Talk to our rail construction crew, which has that one done. This one's not electrified. That is totally fine. And you guys are all lazy. Haven't done utilities. I have no idea how I'm supposed to do the fixes that I mentioned. Absolutely haven't done anything about it yet, but we'll have to get there sooner rather than later. You're not electrified there. That's fine. I don't need you to be electrified. You need to do that one. Oh, because this building is not done. I had a brain fart there. I'm like, what the heck? How is this not done yet? And then it made perfect sense. No. Okay. If you want to have a train run a bus run somewhere, you would have to put the bus over here. No, I think we're just going to remove that because we needed the footpath connection on this side anyways. And honestly, the footpath should be on the other side. Looking at now, this building should have just been flipped. It wasn't. So I will just have to deal with that as it is. Yes, I'm going to have that road right here. Not to avoid another node, but just because this can be a park or something else. How many people do you have now? Well, we have about 1,300-ish, even close to 1,400 if with just these buildings. Then these guys can hold, what, 200 each? Is that what we said? I may have done the 65 buildings, so no, that's what these... No, these are the bigger ones. Okay, what are you talking about now? I don't know. I lost track. I think we're at between 1,500 and 2,000 workers, and that is fine for this city. I don't think we need any more than that. So let's move on. Looks like a couple of the road connections are already completed, specifically this one right here, which means we can continue with the program as it was written. So let's do that. We will give you pretty standard footpath connections wherever we can. Would you mind getting footpath in here? You don't want to play along exactly the way that I would like you to, so I guess we're going to do this, and then just run Relatively close to this building. Yes, I think that's fine. If this wasn't built yet, which it was built yet. Darn it. No, tear it down because I want a little more footpath to actually fit in, or I would like to have a footpath actually fit in there. Make this a high priority. Demolition office. These are construction offices and a demolition office. I wonder how the game will handle that. Let's see what happens. What could possibly go wrong? This one, it needs to be there for emergency vehicles and emergency services, so that makes sense. However, there may be a shot here, and Hamuda's video. Hamuda showed me that in a video. What do I have to do? Turn off the snapping, pull out the road, and as you can see, the road here is already 18 meters, but we don't want 18 meters, so I'm gonna hold the left shift. It's trying to snap to something. Turn off F4. Maybe I have to start it from this side. Yes, 8 meters. Okay, 8 meters connected to the thing that you want. Then go here. No, it's like this is not gonna work. It was working at some point. What did you do here? No, not suspend. I don't want to. No, I don't want to demolish this. No, I clicked the wrong button. Clearly, no, we're not going to revert here. I would like you to go all the way there, but then I would like you to back up to like 8 meters. Now it apparently works for some reason. Now it's 7 meters. And the last piece of connection here, that was totally worth the price of admission. The problem is these things are... The road is just confused. Notify me when finished. No, I don't want to suspend demolition. Actually, this one will stay a dirt road, potentially, so it shouldn't be that bad to actually fix that. Sorry for zooming in so much, but the reason I did all of the stuff that I just did is this. There's a node now here that we can actually utilize and use to do the next part, which is using the wrong thing again. Stop using the destroy everything button. That's your own fault if you do that again. I'm aware of that. It's fine. See, this one already accepts the connection like it's supposed to, and then we can get the last footpath all the way down here. I think this one is probably going to be a little shorter, so we're actually going to have that shortcut in there. And the rest of the buildings we're just going to connect with road connections. Looks like this one is not yet done. And then you still need something done over here. Okay, that's fine. You already have a little bit of footpath there, so let's get all the way in here, all the way down there. That's fine. Get you a home. Yes. And then this one, do you want to play the same game that you just played where you destroyed something? Yeah, I think that was fun. Let's do it again. Regular road. Pull this out. As short as you can, 8 meters, sure, why not? And then pull it out to there. And now we should have a node right here that gets us the connection points that we want. Thank you, Hamuda. You may have made it better or worse. It's hard to tell at this point. But something happened, and I actually like the result quite a bit, so I'm going to say it made it better. Cool. Get these couple things connected, and they can figure out how they want to build all of these footpaths sooner or later. Don't care. You need one more over here, but just let them construct a couple things while you figure out how you want to do your utilities. Good call. That's an excellent point. Utility-wise. Let's do a couple things. So we don't have water yet, so let's get a water tower in here. It has to be connected somewhere. And it really only has to be connected to the residential areas, because there's nothing here that requires water in terms of industrial fixtures. So that will make life a little easier. This guy can probably just sit right here, and then we put one water switch up north and one up south, down south. Okay. F3 to actually see something. We're going to point you this way, and we're going to flip you around because the footpath connection is on that side, and then we just make sure that everything is kind of covered. Everything does seem to be kind of covered, and I think we're not going to cover that. The rare construction office is the only thing we're not going to cover with this thing right away, which is unfortunate, but that is fine. We're just going to plop you right there. Right next to the buildings. Did you want a footpath over here? No, the footpath can go on that side. Cool. So that one's completed. Because this does cover quite a large number of buildings, this is probably going to need a large water pipe, which is fine. And then we get another one out here that will cover the rest of the buildings. Sure. Right there, right here is okay. Yep, that's fine. And you can also get a large pipe because I'm just lazy. I don't want to do the math and figure out how much we actually need, so we're just going to use all of it. All the way to here, and then connect to there, and then the large water pipe can just go into the water tower. And we just need some water to actually come in now. We could get some from right here, from the extra tower that's probably always going to be full. Or, and it would be better if we have a pump. We have a pump right there. I think that pump will be totally fine because there's no way our workers will ever require the water that we're able to produce here. I just have to remember that that water source that we have sitting right here is not infinite, and we already have used three connections on a pump that can only pump 150 cubic meters of water total. So let's make sure that we don't screw this up too bad. Run you close to the road because it's cute. It's not very functional in this game, but that's fine. This is totally normal for pipes, that they just follow the terrain and then have a big kink in it, because why not? And there you go. Water done. Voila. Let's do sewage quick. And for that, I'm pretty sure we would benefit... Well, we could run it down here. There's no shame in that. Again, we don't have any other needs for water-related infrastructure anywhere out here. The next city will be far enough away where we're not going to use the water that we are producing out here. So I think we'll be okay if we don't worry about that. I wanted to see where we are height-wise. Over here is 14 meters, over here is 21 meters, and then down here is probably nothing meters, obviously. 14 meters and that. Actually, we can put a sewage switch right down here. And as long as we connect to that thing, I think it'll be pretty easy to get the rest all going. Okay. I am sold on that. I'm going to move it just a little bit this way, simply because this infrastructure is actually in the ground, and it will try to cause trouble when we try to get our connections in, but that's fine. Let's make sure that our footpath points the right direction, which is right here. Let's make sure that we actually have our fire station in range, which we do now. And there's one sewage tank right there, and the other one will just go out here. Yeah, you will just have to connect to the road. That's not the end of the world. Large pipe, again, just because lazy, not because it's absolutely necessary here. But can you get there? You cannot get there like that, which means I think the problem is probably multiple things, but mainly the heating pipe that ran through there was probably blocking us from doing the thing that we wanted. I'm going to leave the middle one open because we have the middle one open here, so if something comes, it will come over from that general vicinity. Building in the way. No. Go here. Go underneath. Requires proper slope. That's fine. That's the wrong way, buddy. I just need you to go there. Cool. Connected. Sewage done. Everything done. For that, the last thing that we have left over is power. And for power, I actually feel like 69% ambulance not arrived. Worker. The numbers look fine. I'm not... I may be overlooking that just a little bit, but it doesn't look terrible right now with the numbers, so I guess it will be okay. Demolition is happening here, and we do have the dirt road at least sitting there, which means we can just replace whatever is being demolished there in no time, so that's all good. We do need a technical service office right here. Perfect. That is a great spot for you. Not this one. We do need this. I will get just the biggest one. Where are you? 15? Yeah, 15 spots. I will just get the biggest one right away, simply because we will need to run trash. You need a free excavator for that. Okay. We will need to run trash and snowplows all at the same time. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. And it's going to take a little bit of time to get those things done. Construction Office 7. I have a feeling you are currently a little bit overloaded with too much stuff going on, and I am not wrong about that. Let's give you a couple priorities at least and start using our friends from the mainland to get a couple other things done. just help to get a couple things done at least. Footpaths, sure, if you feel like it, you can get a couple of those done, and a little bit of infrastructure, because those are all very important, and then we can move on with that. So the construction office, the local construction office, can just get the main things done, and we do the rest. Cool. Let's get power in here. How much power do you think we need for this? Honestly, anything that's in range will be fine. Replace your police station so you don't have to forget that later. That's a good idea. See, this is why I didn't do all of this, or any of this, at the end of the last episode, because it's just like, I am pretty confident that I won't have enough time to complete this whole thing. There are a couple people just stuck here forever, probably. Sorry. Oh, they're maybe trying to work on an underground something, which is lovely, but probably futile, so good luck with all that. Fire station, have access to anything across the street? Well, anything over there? Yes, you would have access to the train station, which is really all we need from this point. Get a little bit of access on this side, and then get a couple things over here. Yep, you would connect right there. You would connect all the way down here. Get you closer to the road, and then this is a building. Okay, that is a building. What does that mean to you? That means I need to make sure that there is a footpath connection available for this building to actually get what it wants, and then we just use this to get the rest of the footpath connection in this little triangle. That looks lovely, and we already have a couple. That's a building, that's a building, that's a building. It's just 3 buildings. Just get the middle connections for all of you. Okay, and then you have one going over there and one going over here, and I'm just doing this to, again, make my life a little easier down the road. Cool. You all look fine. There is something I should do here. Hitikal. Let's go with that. No, we're gonna name it something else because I don't know where the actual name is, so I can click this button because I don't want anyone to try to move in here before the time is right. So that's all gonna be part of it. Now, you have most of your footpaths placed. Great. Now, place power. Good. Will do. Yes, that is a great call. The first one right here. If I get a little bit of the harbor area covered with this building, I won't be offended by that. This feels good. Okay, first one there. Nothing extra to cover over on that side, which is wonderful news. The second one probably here. I was trying to make sure that I cover the rail construction office, which we are. Second one here already covers the rail distribution office, which is not necessary, but is good to have. So these two will cover the whole city, and then I think that is all we have besides trash. And trash, again, technical service will just take care of stuff over here, and the rest can do what it needs to do. Why is this one doing anything? Nothing for you to do. I just want you to refuel and then come back here because I need to build the technical service office and the other stuff. Great. So they are taking care of their stuff. Looks like we got the road ready again here. Yeah, let's just upgrade this. What is that? That's a gravel road. That's fine. Gravel road can be fun. And then construction office 7. Get these done. Get this done. Everything that's easy to do should have already gotten done by now. But I guess it is what it is. Yep, all of those. All of this. All of this. There's no footpath connection out there. That's okay. And then we have a little bit of road here. Cool. They're getting it done. I don't have to worry about how. And these roads are all done. Do you want asphalt or gravel? I like gravel. We're going to do gravel for these roads. And if we feel like it, maybe this whole circle is going to get the asphalt road with lights. I don't know yet. We will just have to wait and see and find out. And then do something with that then. I do believe all of these will require... well, workers to get anything done. There. This one is done, and you are working on this already. Perfect. That's just a lot of construction going on right now. What are we missing? Are we going to invite anyone before, well, the snow melts? Absolutely not. That is in like 2 minutes. But are we going to invite anyone in this episode? That's an excellent question, and my answer to that is possibly, maybe, probably not, but don't know yet. Depends. Oh, there's one thing we absolutely need before I can invite anyone. We haven't even started yet. I give you about 5 seconds to realize what that is. It's a very simple answer, actually. We don't have it. We don't have the motor wagons that we said we're going to use for this to pick anything up. So let's go talk to our friends here that are currently producing those. We would like a license for a motor wagon. Thank you. And it's this motor car that we would like to build. And I would like to select the motor wagon as it's both as our next target. And how many do we want? We want doubles, and I want at least 12. Well, I want at least 6 wagons running at the same time. Probably 7, so we want 14 of these. Why? Do you understand this? Why does it not split them out here, but then split them out because, oh, random colors. Okay. Let's do this and see if this one works better. What colors can we get? We can get white and red, gray, orange. I like this one the most for right now. I would like 14 to get started, and then 16 just for fun. Whoa, just reduce one of them, please. We're gonna do 16 just in case I need them. If I don't need them, that is fine. Now I have to find the actual import-export train that's supposed to go here every once in a while. It should be this one that has both railway production lines in the line. So we're gonna remove both of the stop. I just want that one and that one removed. Great. So now it's only going to that rail production line, and we can collect all of our motor wagons that we need for later. Cool. There's stuff I have to do over here. If I have time, if I can actually get those things done, but I'm not convinced that I can. We have our excavators available again, so we can actually complete our setup and task out here. Do you need helicopters out here to take care of all of this? No, but I do know that I need a shortcut to connect to the back here to get our firefighters out here quicker and faster. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen. F2, okay, another bridge area, that's fine. Let's do F4 to be able to get a little shorter piece. But yeah, this is just emergency protocol, emergency connection. I would like elevation nothing. Elevation nothing, perfect. Give me a normal road connection, that looks good. Now just have the fire station a quick and dirty access route to the back of here, and hopefully everything is covered now. I'm not 100%, no, I am absolutely not convinced that anything on this side is covered, especially not by the helicopters that I have sitting over here. So yeah, this sector needs a friend. Apparently I never rebuilt that thing. This sector needs a friend in firefighters, and we cannot hide them behind these buildings anywhere. So what we need to do is what? I need an easy access fire station, probably right here. I don't like to just plop one down without having an existing large bus network that brings those vehicles in. So honestly, down here may not be a bad place. Can I get a road through any of this? Yes, I can get a road through that. We can have access to this. So let's plop down a good-sized fire station. Flip you around, turn you around. You should be able to get in here unless there is some piping underneath. If there's piping underneath, I think one answer, unless this is turning green any second now, one answer is to actually raise the terrain a little bit, because the reason why something is not working is always because there is the pipe already on that level that you're currently trying to build on. So if we raise this, then try it again, will it let us do the thing? Yes, it will let us do the thing. Let's turn this around, go back to here, and we will see if... footpath connection is not quite where I want it. Yeah. I had a feeling this would happen. Are you just getting distracted by this now? Kind of? Oh. I am kind of getting distracted by this, but this is also very important because we do need emergency vehicles to actually have access to all of these things. And they simply don't right now at this time, at this moment in time. There's no access. So let's give them access. I don't like how this looks, but it's fine. Let's give them access so we don't have to worry about that anymore. And life is okay. Good. That helps a little bit. This should help a lot of it. This will be asphalted for sure. All of our constructible areas being constructed. That is wonderful. Whatever you have access to, you have access to. All those things look good. It looks like our helicopters already have done a little bit of damage, which is wonderful. Get more done, please. There are a couple buildings here that need your help. So how about you do that? Rare construction crane, you have done a wonderful job. Looks like everything is done here. We just need that one to be completed. And then we can get a couple more trains in. All of that is good. These guys, yes, I would love for them to actually get completed. And once they are, I do have to make sure, well, all of these will actually turn into the same. You haven't finished power yet. Yes, they will turn into the same storages because we are currently not producing any gravel. And as long as we are not maxing out our mines, I don't think that's going to change. Honestly, we just need to send like 2 or 3 buses out here, and they will take care of everything that we want. That can even come from the village that we're building over here. Not a problem. And now I am not liking this, so let's make this an asphalt road as well, because we can. Beautiful. Okay. All of that feels right. We have to bring something in here. Firefighters, but that's fine. Yeah, power. Let's do a power thing. Okay. Power, we need in a lot of places. We have 2 spots over here. They shouldn't be fully overloaded, but that is fine. There's no production over here, so all we need really is coverage of power. The rest is not really concerning to me. Let's see how we can fit all of them in here. There's one right there. Pretty much here is the last spot for you. So there's one that covers the whole left half of the harbor, not the engines up there. We need to cover the right half of the harbor. Yes. Probably up here. Okay. It covers one of the engines. Good. And then we just have to start covering the engines themselves, which these will be easier to cover with switches for the medium power lines, but we just have to make sure we can get through there. So this one covered those 3. So this one needs to cover... Sure, this is fine. And then these, are these already covered? Do you have power? You do not have power. Where's our closest power source? It's let's do this one really quick so I don't forget. Limit amount, just prefab panels, please, and thank you. This should not be a question, but just making sure that that's what's happening. Same thing over here. Where do you get your power from? It is right there, and that power line is connecting none of the towers. That's no problem. This tower is now already in power range of that one. Cool, it's a Power Ranger. Ha 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 ha. It popped in my head, I have to say it. This one can just go over here. And now all of our engines are turned on, and I want some water. Great, good job. Everything done. No. There's so much more to do. So let's count our medium voltage connections, because that's the next thing that we actually have to connect here. There's 1. I'm going to turn underground on because the yellow point stands out a little better, and underground is just F3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's unfortunate because the power transformer has 6 connections. However, we did say that it's easier for the engines, for the engine towers, to just have a power switch somewhere. And those can have a lot of connections, and I think that's where we're going to start. Let's see, we want one of these. The 6 connector seems fine, and I want it to be in some area that we're not going to use for anything else. Could have popped up there as well, but didn't. I'm going to give everyone a 1.2 megawatt line that does not building in the way. What are you... I don't understand. There we go. It tried to connect to the wrong thing, but now it's better. We're going to run all the way over here, building in the way, distance between poles too far. That one hasn't come up before with medium-sized power lines, but there you go. Now it has. So they're all done. We need to go on this side. You can run on the side of the bridge. That's great. Yes, and then you connect there. And that is all besides these 4 that we still have to connect to. Okay, if that is what you need to connect to, you probably can A, start building those because that's fine, and B, figure out where you're gonna get your high voltage line. How's our money running down? You're building a lot of stuff and using helicopters, so don't ask silly questions. We exported 18 million last month. No, 24 million last month. We made 4 million on that. That's not scary at all. No, totally not. Build the technical service office that you promised to build here, so you seriously don't forget, because you will forget. I know how you work. Okay, get this one started. It's just a piece of road, so they should be able to get that one built in relatively soon. Do we currently... Yeah, all of our trucks are obviously moving something somewhere else. That's exciting. That is all our dumper trucks, not all our trucks. But we're also out of steel, which is good and bad. It's good because it should mean that we get a couple other things focused on, but it's also bad because we're out of steel. That's never a good thing. Let's do the power thing. Yes. What do we have? What do we currently have available? We have, I think, potentially one more power line. Oh, we have a couple of power lines over here. I need to judge this by the current production that is turned off, not the production that is currently running, because there's nothing. You want 5.1 megawatts of power. I think that gives me my answer, because I don't even care. Megawatt hours. That is not the same. That is not the same. Do your math right. 5.1 megawatt hours. Yes, I'm an idiot. This is 0.11. Always go down here. Don't do the math. Don't worry about it. But this is the max number. 0.11 megawatts from this guy. So honestly, all of this probably just requires a couple megawatts of power. And we can actually check that by looking at our substations and see how overloaded they are. Not overloaded. Slightly overloaded. We should actually fix that. I think there's one here. Very overloaded. We should totally fix that. I am very happy we just looked at that, because I would have not realized that that was an actual issue. And we are using the power lines that we have running here, but they are overloaded. And if they are overloaded, I think it's a good idea to not use this one anymore, because this one is the main source for everything that goes on this side. So I think all I'm trying to do here, all I'm trying to get to is, we need a new high voltage power line, get that one started, and I know exactly where it has to go. It's a little crazy. We have used half of the connections, not half of the capacity of this nuclear power plant, but we are definitely less than halfway done with our current republic. So that'll be interesting how that plays out. Yes. I'm going a very simple way to just get out here, to get all of these mega power lines connected to something, and then honestly, no, don't connect it too close to the city. Just come out here and find another medium priority power switch. We're going to do that one. You don't even need I'm going to offset you to the side a little bit. I think that should work. We're not even going to use a priority switch, because there's only one priority, and that is nuclear power. That's the only thing that's going to come in here, so just deal with that. Cool. That kind of works, and I think it's connected reasonably well. We could make this a not corner turn, but I do think corners on power lines are relatively common, so I feel okay about all of that. Now I have the problem well, not a problem. You do know that you need to replace this one and this one. Replace is a strong word. You need to give them another connection. Yes. Give me a power transformer just for this side. And this power transformer, because it's fun, can also supply power. I guess we're going to go on this side. Can't build it. Oh, there. This is where the wires are. The wires that aren't fully built yet. Yeah, get this one connected to something probably here-ish, or you go, let's see, F3 can actually see where the power lines are running. They are there. you can probably, yeah, right there. It's not the ideal location that I wanted, but it will be fine. Run a power line. 13 megawatts is bigger than what we need, but that's fine. Run a medium-sized power line into the switch that we have sitting over here. They actually connected to a site that I didn't plan well, but it's fine. Get those ones in there. And they are good. And then, yeah, we just need more power effectively right next to this one. So plop that one there. And we need more power next to that substation over here. Sure. Do we need power over there? No workers. No, you have power. Where's your power coming from? Your power is coming from that substation, which is hopefully not overloaded. No, it's not. But this one is overloaded, so let's give that one something to work with. Are you overloaded? No, you're at 66%. So that is good. Is there another one? No, that's it. So just give another substation over here. This was not part of the fixes that I was planning on today, in case you are curious. But get that one there and then run more power lines. An industrial area can have a lot of random power lines. I think that is well established. That's just how this works because I want it to work that way. You did that too far. Okay. Take you back just one notch, and then you run all the way over here, and you get a friend that runs right next to you. Into there, ideally. Oh, come on. There you go. Get all of those connected. And then the overloads should not be overloaded anymore. So that is taken care of, and we have a little bit of extra there, and we can still do our board industry here, or, well, there's not a lot of room over here anymore. If I want to do a board industry and wood industry, I have to do it on that side of town, which is totally fine. Let's get a couple more footpaths done, because I would like that to get done. It looks like our helicopters have completed that stuff already, so let's keep you moving. Not with unimportant things, but with important things. Like, yeah, the infrastructure buildings would be great. Those. This is not important, but this one we can actually turn off for right now, because I would like all those vehicles to not be stuck in there. That would be super. Great, so we have this done. We have all of this established. Now I need another substation that can handle the city and the rest. And honestly, right here does not feel like a terrible location for it. So that's where we're gonna go. Point south. That's fine. Right there. 13 megawatts should be fine, I think. It doesn't quite want to do the connections that I wanted to, and that's okay. Let's take those back. We're just gonna go through here then, go on the mountain on this side, and get us a connection right there. That's fine. Not too far away, so that feels good. Power. We have one power line that would go through here. We're not even gonna bother with trying to go underground. This is fine. You, because you're already built, you're gonna do the same thing. Run out to the road here and then get us connected. Beautiful. Not like that. I just don't like the double pylon thingies. Just put a pylon in the middle, somewhere split the difference, and then make that one happen. Cool. And then we just have two more out on this side. Again, these are more just, as long as they have power coverage, they should be just fine, but let's just make sure that they have everything they need. In the meantime, I'm actually skipping one of the pylons there, so they may look a little funny, but that's fine. Then you are the last one that we need. Just go this way, this way. Yep. Definitely. And you will go down this side. Okay. Now we have power for really everything that we should care about, so that's wonderful. We got a couple harbors already done. That's wild. Looks like there are some road connections missing. Maybe not there, but definitely here. So let's get that taken care of. Cool. Railroad, I'm not planning on getting the rail done here without this rail construction office, so that is not surprising at all. You don't have fuel yet, and you don't have power yet. Both of those things will be related. I'm not sure that I showed you this one, but I did add another fuel distribution office because, obviously. Let's get that one associated with a couple things that matter, like those things. Definitely this thing when it's done. Yep. Harbors. Harbors will need some fuel as long as they're all set to unload and not load. That feels good, and the harbors can actually have a higher percentage for the unloading piece because ships need more fuel than cars. Don't know if that's revolutionary, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's true. Okay, so build more stuff. Got it. Actually, helicopters, if you don't mind, and build the whole electric infrastructure that we have sitting over here, that will be super cool, because that should speed us up quite a bit. And the current construction office number 7 is quite occupied with other things that I'm not sure why it's taken it so long to do it. The main reason is you have way too many things assigned to it right now, but it's mostly footpaths, so they should be able to figure it out. And it's also because most of these guys are parked somewhere. Gravel, as long as they're delivering, as long as these are delivering, I'm not terribly concerned about them. If they would park somewhere and be waiting for someone, that would be a bigger problem. But they are doing what they're supposed to do. So that feels good. That was an hour to build that little village and all the little things that go around it, and I haven't even done the wood industry. Up here is not a terrible place for it. Okay. I think I'm gonna let this build. All of this. When all of this is built, I will make the summary video of 1 through 55 or 1960 to 2002. And we'll look at everything that we've done so far. We'll talk about all the problems that we had and like those things in between there. It should be relatively fun, and we should be starting our exports to the NATO border, which will be super exciting. You're almost done. This is also exciting. And yeah, go from there. We should be able to expand relatively simple from right here where we are, so that's exciting. We do need some trash set up. May as well do that right now before I forget. You don't have most footpath connections in yet, so that's actually going to be sort of a problem, but let's solve that problem by just putting footpaths everywhere. You have your 1 footpath there, cool. You have 1 footpath already there, great. These guys may need an extra footpath to get a better connection from where they are. Those buildings are done. You need to go well, let's do this one here and this one here, just for potential trash selection there. That looks fine. These are good. Which means we're on this side now. Cool. This would make more sense, but the footpath is not even done yet, so no, we can probably wait on getting trash in here because there's a lot more stuff that needs to be finished before that is time. Yeah, I like this footpath. Make you curve in there, and that looks great. Cool. Yes. No, that's what I have. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'll let this complete building. Because the next thing that we have to do is coal, and then after that we have to do steel. And that's just... You're just never done. You know that you're never done, but you're just never done. So what's the point of not just taking a minute to actually watch the stuff get done and enjoy the feeling that brings? Exactly. It's great stuff. There's a road that needs to be built here, guys. No, that's what I needed. That's what I had. That's what we needed to get done. Yeah, get a couple more high priority construction pieces in here and let the helicopters help a little bit. Actually, there's no reason to not have number 5 help with a couple things down here because there is still more than enough to do. Number 5 is down the road. It's the original expansion out here in town. Should we check who really has trouble here? You're at 60%, but this town is generally low on happiness. What are people doing over here? You're at 65%. Job, culture, pub, tavern, sports. Okay, sports is not great. But you're right next to a sporting place, aren't you? This is technically a sporting place, but you're without service. Okay, I don't think we have enough sporty things available for people to actually do, so it appears that getting a couple more sporting venues may be in order. We can definitely fit you here. I would like the road connection to be on a reasonable side. I think right here is probably fine. There we go. And then get the footpath from there. It's saying, no. But that's fine. We left a little bit of room in a lot of these places because this was a very real probability. And now it actually has happened. So let's fix it. Because we can. This tram stop should be able to actually get to that spot relatively easy. I clicked on the tram, not the stop. Yep, relatively easy, but able to get there. We can upgrade the footpaths and all that stuff too if we feel like it, but I don't know that that is necessary. We still have to do fixes. Yeah, should I do that right now? I don't know. Do we have all the vehicles ready that we wanted? We are 6 vehicles in and still more to do, and this one is the wrong one. That's fine. We'll just move them when we have to. Cool. Thank you so much for watching. I am looking forward to having all those things done and actually running. And again, with that, we will start making some more NATO money, which should mean we will get some NATO blueprints. And NATO blueprints are exciting because they should unlock. They should unlock bigger profits from that side of the pond, which obviously is super exciting. Cool. That's all I have. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again next time, and until then, I hope you, well, check out the store or do something else cool. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye. I said that like 5 times now. Sorry about that.